What's going on, guys? It's Smudger here, and let's talk about these damn Marshall shotgun pistols. They are horrendous to get to gold. There's literally nothing you can add to them to make it easier substantially. Obviously you can put on the 12.1 inch extended barrel, the dragon's breath and the dual wield, and that's pretty much it. The challenges themselves suck. There's no way around it. There's no way to make it substantially easier. It feels incredibly luck based for especially one of the challenges, which I'm sure most of you will know what it is when I say it, but we'll run through them. We'll try and lessen the pain because the pain is still going to be there, and I'm just so grateful I never have to see these guns again. So first up, we do have 150 eliminations. This will just come with using the gun. The first thing to say is you have to be incredibly close to make these guns worth it, and once you get them akimbo it is a little bit easier, but you do have to be within 15 meters realistically, or the person has to be incredibly weak, and even then your bullets might just not reach them. So do make sure you're playing super aggressive is the first one with these. Then you need 50 headshots. Don't use akimbos for these, obviously you won't be able to at the start. I got the majority without the akimbos. I did get a fair few with, but I found it with a sight on there. And just kind of focusing on people that weren't paying attention was the quickest way to do it. You'll pick them up naturally, of course, within the gameplay, but yeah, finding AFK players, flanking players was the best way to do this for me personally. I know some people prefer to just rock the akimbo, and if they get a headshot, they get a headshot, but if you are looking to streamline it, those would be my tips, is to flank and go after those players that are not paying attention. Then we have 5 kills without dying 20 times, and this sucks in equal measure. If you're really struggling, it's worth ignoring it until you unlock akimbos. And with akimbos, you essentially have 4 shots instead of 2 in each gun. So make sure that you're utilising that. You can pick up a 2 or 3 piece far easier. There's less emphasis on accuracy. And the most important thing is that you're running scavenger, because good god, you do not get enough bullets with this gun. So make sure you're running scavenger or the ammo pack as your field upgrade. Yeah, 5 kills without dying 20 times can be a bit of a tricky one. Go into hardcore face-off, that's usually an alright one to be in, or even core face-off, that was decent as well. If you know you're on 3 kills, 4 kills, just sit back, wait for someone to come to you. It's honestly not worth the pain of trying to get close enough to someone that you're sprinting towards to try and kill them. And then we have long shots, and part of me wants to die a little bit inside whenever I think about long shots with this gun. I genuinely like physical pain when I think about it, and the long shot range for this is 15 meters, and it's not 15 meters plus, it is 15 meters. So if they are 15.5 meters away, you will not hit them. Your bullets will just drop off and land at their feet. But the same way, if they are 14.5 meters away from you and you kill them, that won't be a long shot. It just won't. You have to be in hardcore to do this for a start. You're not killing anyone in core as a long shot with these guns. And the best advice I can give you is use the pinging system within the game. So ping a distance, if it's 15 meters, if it's 14 meters, move closer, move further away, make sure you are 15 meters, nice and concealed, and then just get ready to shoot whoever comes through a doorway, through a corridor. Give yourself the best chance by measuring it out. Don't do it by eye. You'll find spots to be like, okay, I know that from this door to this door is 15 meters. At the bottom of the stairs on Amsterdam in 6v6 face-off, if you look up, put with your back to the wall, that counts as 15 meters. So you'll find these little ones as you go through. You do only need 25, and every single one of those 25 will suck. But the best advice I can give you is to measure out those long shots before you even think about trying to kill someone. And that is easier said than done in something like Face-Off, because it is so chaotic at times. Amsterdam is a fantastic map to try it on. If you really are struggling, it's usually slow enough that you can get yourself set up, unless you're having one of those games where you're just getting slaughtered and spawn. It's just miserable all around. We've all been there, you just kind of got to ride it out. It happens. And if you do manage to successfully complete the long shots and still have any willpower in your life, congratulations, you have more so than I did. And that is 25 enemies are detected as next up. This is pretty simple. If you hate Face Off for whatever reason, you know, run UAVs and harps, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, in Face Off, stick a field mic somewhere in the centre of the map. It's going to cover 80 to 90% of the map, especially on ICBM, is it? The very circular one, and pretty much any kill you get in there will count. It's a pretty simple one, didn't take me too long, which was pleasant. Shouldn't be too tricky. Shoot and kill 25 enemies taking cover from you in multiplayer. This requires a little bit more accuracy, not a huge amount. It doesn't really matter what you're in, core or hardcore. I kind of flicked in between them depending on the mood I was in. Neither of them were good moods. This is very much dependent on if your shots land, as it is with all of these damn challenges. It's really tricky to gauge if you're close enough when you're sprinting. So I definitely recommend kind of taking a back seat. Just wait until someone looks like they're behind cover and then give it a pop. Otherwise, you will pick them up pretty naturally. I can't say I gave it a massive amount of thought. It was only occasionally I was like, oh shit, that person's behind cover, let's go after them, as opposed to not making a beeline for them. And then finally, double kills. You should have a Kimbo unlocked by now. I'd be incredibly confused if you don't. Makes everything a lot easier because of course you've got that double shot, you've got 4 bullets instead of 2. And in Face Off, core is what I'd recommend for this. You'll find enough people clustering together. You should be able to pick them up fairly easily. And with that being said, that is the end of the challenges for the Marshall. I just don't want to see this gun. It's a fun gun to use if I didn't have to do these challenges. If you could just give me like a Kimbo Marshalls and just let me loose, just be like, okay, go do whatever you want, I would be thrilled with that. However, the thought of having to measure out 15 meters doesn't thrill me within a game of Call of Duty. I think there needs to be some scope for bullet drop off between, say, even if just between like 14 and like 16.5 meters, just to give you that wiggle room, because it is so frustrating, so incredibly frustrating. And yeah, it took me a long time to actually figure out what the long shot distance was, because it's different to what it says in like kind of like the guide in the barracks or the combat record. The combat record says like 25 meters. It's definitely not. It's definitely 15 meters. I've watched back many clips in the theatre to make sure of that, and it's just painful. But it's done, and hopefully with this guide it'll be done for you guys soon as well. If you do have any tips I didn't cover, anything that you found that I might not have, do drop them in the comments down below. This is by far one of the most frustrating guns. I think I've got gold. As always, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, or just give it a like for the pain I went through. Subscribe if you want to find your way back. I do try to release a gold gun guide for every single new weapon. And as always, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.